creature to sacrifice, right? That was an interesting play. Hello YouTube, welcome to this fine day. Today we are going to play Korvold Sacrifice in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by grinding out the opponent with a bunch of value from Korvold, or going into a secondary game plan of going into an infinite combo. So the combo is a 2-card combo of Chatterfang, Squirrel General, and Pitiless Plunderer. So what you're going to do is you have both cards on the field and you basically don't need anything else on the field, right? Just have Chatterfang and Pitiless Plunderer on the field. You are then going to create 2 tokens. You just have a variety of ways to create tokens in general with this deck. You can uptick Vivian, you can uptick Liliana, you can play land for Field of the Dead, and then also get tokens with Tireless Provisioner. So you can get there. Now you have 2 squirrels. You're going to use 1 mana, sacrificing 1 squirrel to target the other squirrel. So now for 1 mana, 2 creatures die. You get 2 treasures, and that makes 2 squirrels again. So you're going even on squirrels, but you're spending 1 mana to get 2 treasures. So you now have infinite treasures. With that you can play Korvold out of the command zone if he is not on the field already. And then you're just going to sacrifice a bunch of treasures to make him huge, draw your deck, and Kazul's Fury him to the opponent's face. And that is a pretty neat secondary gameplay in my opinion. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the games. We are going to play against... what even is his name again? Valduk, Keeper of Flame. The Mono-Red Equipment Commander, or Enchantment plus Equipment. So that's a great hand. That's a great hand. Binding of the Old Gods curves perfectly into Korvold because you can then sacrifice the binding, like after the second chapter went off. Ideally, yeah, you would have been nice last turn, you know, but it's still fine. This is still a turn 3 Korvold if I want to, and I think I want to. It depends, because if they just, the main focus of their deck is just, equipping Valduk over and over. So if they just expose Valduk here right now, I'm just going to binding it, because it's too important, this is too important for their game plan to not kill from my side of the field, from my point of view. So I think I can wait 1 turn on Korvold, and I don't know what they could equip hexproof or whatnot on him if this sticks for 1 turn, so I'm not taking any chances with that basically. Okay. Let's see. Anix, Harden in the Forge, sure. And I am going to Korvold, sacrifice Grazer. And there is Chatterfang. Not useful right now. Gleaming Barrier, however, is a perfect candidate to sacrifice to Korvold. Then we get a treasure. Overall, pretty lovely. Let's see. Yep, Valduk comes down. That is perfectly reasonable. They equip the helm on the Valduk, I believe. Oh, they equip helm on Anix. Yeah, I'm not going to block this. Okay, I have a bunch of options here. I think at the end of the day I want to play Gleaming Barrier and Binding, but I'm not sure if I even want to sacrifice a barrier, because they win if my life total reaches 0, right? And they don't have any other way of winning, if you get what I mean. They're not going to pull off some crazy combos, so they're very predictable in what they're going to do. So if I just keep the board clean, it's pretty hard for them to win. Other than that, I still... yeah, let's be a bit greedy. Greed is good, right? Greed is good. This also draws more cards. Yeah. And go to damage, sure. And I believe I want to draw now and play this tapped. Like, I just want to draw to see what I basically get. Okay, Florihedron, not too useful. Okay. And I could kill the Anax, but I still think Valduk is probably the thing to get here. Also shouldn't have played my land now. Like, in main 1, that is. Okay, they draw cards with Eye of Vecna, so they're eventually going to die to this Korvold in the air. Maybe they even have lethal next turn, right? If I sacrifice enough cards. Because I'm going to sacrifice the binding to the Korvold, most likely. I'm going to sacrifice the land with the Roiling Regrowth. But as opposed to Harrow, these come into play tapped, so that is significantly worse in a turn where I just want to sacrifice a bunch of stuff, so... Can't do too much about that. There's a Springbloom Druid. I believe I just want to have a tapped Overgrown Tomb here. Okay, let's start here. Sacrifice a mountain. And get a mountain. And a... yeah, a little swamp. Doesn't matter too much, really. Ooh, Hour of Promise. 1 mana off. 1 mana off. Unlucky. Honestly, I'm thinking about just like... yeah, I'm not going to combo kill them. I should have attacked first. To see what I draw. Oh well. But yeah, I was about to say I'm not going to combo kill them. So instead, I'm just going to play Chatterfang because it has the highest toughness on the board, on my hand right now, and I'm just going to like double block the Xanax so I don't die to an Embercleave. I think I still die to Embercleave, right? That would be an unfortunate end for this game. Please don't do it, opponent. Hey, they equip everything on Anax. And... yeah, Embercleave kills me. Please don't have it, opponent. And... oh, God bless. They did not have it. So that is probably game here. I think I could have played around Embercleave as well, maybe. I couldn't have played around Embercleave top deck, but maybe Agonizing Remorse was better here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to... like, I can just flood the board first. But, like... I'm just going to sacrifice here. I'm essentially wasting 1 mana with this. Well, a bit more actually, because... not only 1 mana, but, like, I have exactly 9, so I could, like, float all the mana. Hour of Promise... Scapeshift. Right, and then play my land drop. But I think they're just dead here. And... Chaos Warp, wow. Okay, they're not dead. I repeat, they're not dead. Okay. Float all the mana in the world. And now, Hour of Promise. Getting, I believe, Coney Garden and Field of the Dead. Boom. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, sack everything except the field. And now our secondary game plan shines, really. Okay, I'm going to grab a bunch of these, like, dual lands. Yep, you... And I believe just... yep, seems good. No, I'm not going to reveal. And now I have a bunch of tokens that can just protect me. Okay. How do you deal with this opponent? Do you have a board wipe? Yes. Okay. Then I will just still proceed to create like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, likely 6 more zombies next turn. Yeah, this is not looking good. But you can see, like, wow, I really wasn't expecting a Chaos Swap here, but yeah, always respect your opponents. Like, never let your guard down, really, guys. So they Fae-Cursed suiting. I think 9 life is a bit too much to just burn me out here, right? Yeah. GG. We're ready to play against Yarok the Desecrated. And Sandus. I go second. I can be greedy. I do have interaction. I do have theoretically a lot of ramp. If I don't draw green with this, I am in trouble. Like huge trouble. But you guys know I'm good at Magic, so what can I say? Oh wow, would you look at that? It's a green source. Going to play that. And then untapped Agadeem's Awakening next turn. Into Field of the Dead. Agent of Treachery is the one thing that is really scary this game. Okay, and I like to get the non-snow ones usually first, because then Into the North gets a different name for Field of the Dead. Yep, you explore and play field as well. Could have went with Haunted Ridge into Skirk Prospector, right? But like this coming into play untapped next turn is also pretty cool. I can... Oh yeah, I like this. No, I can't... Oh, this is a bit awkward. So I can get a Korvold, but I can't play my Gilded Goose before that. It's interesting. I could... Oh yeah, I think I like this. I like this play a lot. So Skirk Prospector, Gilded Goose, and Pitiless Plunderer. And then next turn, Korvold comes down from at least like a Prospector or a Goose, right? And then I just create a ton of treasures. But this, if I draw land here, okay, yeah. If I was about to say if I draw an untapped land, I'm going to Harrow into Baleful Mastery, but now I'm just going to Baleful Mastery. I don't even want to give them the card. Arguably, I could have let them draw a card if I value the food more than their card draw, but I'm not, so... Yep, go in for one. I think it's just really important to keep Yarok off the field. Agent of Treachery is now a possible draw for the opponent, well, possible play for the opponent. I kind of want to draw a land next turn, because then I can Harrow, get 2 Field of the Dead triggers. Just overall goodness, so to speak.
We will adapt to anything.
Okay. I think I just don't have the time to play around Agent here. They have it, they have it. Okay, I'm going to, in response, produce a green. And then I'm going to sacrifice a Gilded Goose. Yep, draw a card. Yep, get you. And sacrifice you. I have a ton of mana floating, which is great. I'm just going to Harrow into Scapeshift, arguably. Okay, so I'm going to sacrifice everything anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much what I'm getting here. Ooh, aren't you shy? Lotus Cobra, where were you last turn? Could have drawn the Cobra, but I didn't know it was on top right. I can Scapeshift. Oh wow! Wait, can I? No, I can't. I can just Scapeshift, right? I feel like that is still too good not to do. So let's crack these first, see what we draw. If I want to make another play, and then we can Scapeshift. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, by getting... Oh, I didn't even notice that I accidentally grabbed the wrong land and didn't get a zombie here. But it's fine. Phyrexian Tower is great. And then I usually just like to get, like, perfect fixing. And with lands that come into play mostly tapped anyways. So, like this, probably... This... And arguably then just a Terramorphic Expanse. Okay. I discard a ton of cards here, but I'm fine with that. I don't believe we need Grazer anymore. And Locthwain seems overkill with all this card draw. Yep, there's the agent. Can't play around it, but now I'm going to choose Odd on the Extinction Event, and that's going to be pretty nasty. Because that actually exiles the agent, so it permanently deals with it. It's pretty great. Okay, I'm 1, 2, 3. I can just like Lotus Cobra and then play land. Yeah, seems good. Yep. And now we say Odd. Yep. Everything else is even. Wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is free, right? Sacrifice you. Arguably the 0-1 as well, but like, I'm going to sacrifice that now anyways. Yeah, with Fabled Passage we just could have played Korvold here. But I also just like Plucker Predation a lot. What do you have going on there, opponent? I do think Putrefy destroying our commander at instant speed is quite annoying. I can't sacrifice this to... I think I have enough card draw here that I just want to get a land into play tapped. Sure. Get a green. Then Llanowar Elves. So how many? 3 need to go through. I have exactly 6, so yeah, this exactly kills Vivian. Even if they block with everything. Pretty great. Yeah, you can see how powerful Field of the Dead is here. Also, next turn we just win, I believe. Because we play Korvold, Woe Strider, get an insane, absolutely insane amount of mana, draw a ton of cards. Yeah. And I believe there is not much they can do about that. I think they're going to play Baron as well on my Pitiless Plunderer, and that is actually quite annoying. Yeah, like super annoying. Because then I think then I don't have enough mana to get both Strider, Korvold, and Plunder on the field again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 mana. 4, 3. I have enough. Nice. Okay. Oh. Okay, sure. We win. Easy peasy. Oh, that's obviously also another game plan here, right? How many creatures do I have more than them? They have 4 and... No, they have 5 and... Okay, I attack with 4. Can you spend this, please? Please spend this. Yes. Okay, perfect. And we now just kill them. So... Yep, GG. We win. Well, that was pretty nice. But yeah, again, even if I didn't top deck this, my turn would have been insane. I would have led on Korvold Plunderer, then start to sacrifice the treasures and like a creature to the Phyrexian to get enough mana for the Strider, and that would have popped off. GG. We are ready to play against the Locust God. And this hand is fine, I guess. They remove Ornithopter. That would be a problem. But we all know they're not going to, right? They can't possibly remove a 2 toughness creature on 3 mana in red. So we're going to keep this. Ornithopter, don't counter me. They did not counter me, but I believe they can bounce. Okay, it's reasonable. Nope, not blocking. Never. Because they can just draw a card at instant speed and put a counter on this. Harrow coming into play untapped is pretty good. Like putting the lands into play untapped. I mean, drawing any land is probably the best draw here. Because now I really don't care what land I draw. I feel like I don't need... I could play the Gilded Goose as well. If I like if I want to with the Harrow. But I'm then wasting 1 mana. It's tricky. So now we are grabbing a forest and a mountain. I believe that's pretty fine, right? Let's grab this one. Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Does it? I was thinking if like if I sack this and then if I sack this to Harrow later and then grab it the other mount. Yeah, it kind of matters a bit because we're going to sacrifice this to Harrow and then get the Snow Mountain, and then I can draw the Snow Mountain later, whereas I can't. Like it's for other names for Field of the Dead, but like I think this is like so unlikely to happen. So now we grab Mountain Forest, Mountain, and different name Forest this time. Nice. And we're just going to ramp our hard arts. Ramping. And that's, I mean, it's a pretty decent start for only drawing 2 lands, right? We're keeping up, but we have to see. The Liliana minus doesn't seem particularly appealing if a Locust God is on the field. Still though, if they just jam Locust God here, I'm super happy with that, because that means they don't do anything else with the turn. They have exactly 2 creatures, Liliana minus, drawing a bunch of cards. Fun. What do you have, opponent? Show me what you got. No blocks. They're expecting me to play my Korvold, I think. Oh wow, they actually just jammed the Locust God. I am super happy they did that.
I am the master here.
Argue. So here's the thing, right? I didn't use the mana from the goose, but I don't use it for anything else anyways, and I'm going to sack the goose here, and then I still have the food to sack to Korvold. Like if I draw 2-drop and land, that's obviously annoying, right? I mean, who draws lands anyways? Never heard of them. Don't need them. Never played them in the first place. Okay, so now Locust God comes down again. And I'm just going to Baleful Mastery it? Or Sudden Edict? Sudden Edict, Baleful Mastery, Baleful Mastery, Sudden Edict. I have 6 mana. If I Baleful Mastery... Man, one more land. I think leading on Yahenni is pretty fun, because then I can just try to sacrifice this zombie to draw land. Like that. Nice. Let's get the double black. And now the question is, do I even use the Baleful Mastery? Or do I think they have a Spell Pierce or something like that? They never have anything, right? Easy peasy. Nice. And then Sudden Edict can come in handy later. Okay. What else do we have here? A Surrender. I think that's a pretty good play. We are playing against the Locust God. Is that the same opponent as last game? I don't know. But I know that I love this hand. Oh my god, it's everything I wish for. Except, you know, untap black would have been really nice. But, like, it's really hard to complain, right? Like, this hand is just perfect for what we're trying to do here. They mulliganed once. We just play this tap now. Get it out of the way. Everything else comes into play untapped unconditionally. We would have played that tapped on turn 1 though, instead of the summit, because of the conditions. And like, you can, so if you go infinite, right, and you don't have, like, you play this as a land, you can like go through your deck, sacrifice it, bring it back with Bala, get recovery, and then play it anyways. So even if it's a land, you still have the option of actually killing the opponent with it. You just have to go through a few hoops here and there. So by playing Forest, we can actually just play Oracle of Moldaya here, and if we get an untapped land on top, which we obviously don't, that would have been pretty nice. We get this out so we can shuffle later, and now we're just going to rest the opponent. Yeah, not liking the Magma Quake there, buddy. Get that out of your hand. Okay. So now we're just looking to ramp into Oblivion here. We are trying to remove all the annoying stuff with Baleful Mastery. They are going to play Riel. And I think Riel qualifies for annoying stuff, probably. Ooh. Oh, yes. Yeah. I like this. So now, sacrifice a land. We can play that untapped. So we can play this tapped, and then, okay, yeah, the play was like, play this tapped as a land, then fetch with this. Now I have 2 mana, I can kill Riel, swing in, Tireless Provisioner, like, that was just too much value. Wow, GG. We are ready to play against Chatterfang, Squirrel General, and I like this hand. Yes, I do like it a lot. Okay, so we Goose, we Barrier. I think we do it like that, right? There was also a world where I maybe played tapped Castle Lockthwain and then next turn Goose plus the rest. But if it's looking like this is just an easy Paradise Druid. Not going to sacrifice anything here. I could play Korvold next turn, but I think waiting one more turn, then having more fodder to sacrifice, like, that's overall really beneficial. Ooh, you're an awesome little card in this matchup. So let's see if we need you or not. If they veil us, that would be hilarious, but also pretty great. For them, that is, not for me. Gimme, gimme, I want to see your opponent. Yeah, I think we have to take the eat. No, wait. How much mana do we have next turn? 2, 3, 4. We don't have enough mana to protect our Korvold from eaten alive. Yes, we do, because we sacrificed the Gleaming Barrier. But do I even want to take anything else here? Mausoleum Secrets could be okay. Village Rites is what I'm currently looking at. They do have the infinite with Plunderer, so... But then the rights, like if they go infinite mana, right? And then they tutor, I'm in trouble, but they don't have anything in graveyard right now, so... And like for the infinite mana combo to matter, I think they need to tutor for something bigger. I think I'm taking the village rights in that case. Okay. Overall, I think that was a pretty tricky decision. Because while they only need one card for the infinite combo as opposed to two, they don't have anything that they immediately gain from actually having infinite mana, right? So, yeah. I mean, they can infinitely remove my stuff, basically, but that is about it, right? They don't have any squirrels to sacrifice except their commander, but I'd argue it's probably valuable to get the treasure out. Ooh, they're eaten alive. Yeah, I'm going to protect that. Ah, damn it. But again, you can see, like, they don't have any cards in the graveyard. Okay. Interesting play. Yeah. I think that's pretty... Yeah, my board is dead. Yeah, I couldn't take the Plunderer. Now they have infinite removal. I think we lose this, right? We probably do. This is still at 0. We don't have a removal spell that we can bring back with Balagat, otherwise I would 100% do that. I think I'm starting with this into... I could like Balagat into Gilded Goose and then get a treasure, not a treasure, a food token that I can sacrifice to Korvold next turn. So... I think I like that. Balagat, Gilded Goose. And I can play this for literally free next turn as well. Doesn't cost mana, doesn't cost a card. Just forces me to float 1 mana, basically. Yeah, I need to get removal for the Pitiless Plunderer. Otherwise I can't win this game ever. Yep. So with what's going to happen next turn is with Korvold on the stack, they're going to remove the Gleaming Barrier, so I can't sacrifice it to Korvold, I think. So, yeah, they float 2. They're hovering cards. They, again, can't get anything, but now they're just going to make infinite mana. Like, literally infinite treasures. But I don't know how relevant that will be. Because they're sacrificing their Leafkin Druid, right? Then they have 1 card in... It's only for black? Oh, it's number for creature cards. So now they have 1 creature cards. They can... If they have draw 1 card in, it's the other card in hand, they can get any card out of their deck. That's an interesting plan. Oh, they're using it to attack, okay. So yeah, basically they can, if they run Scheming Symmetry, they can fetch for Scheming Symmetry now with the Mausoleum Secrets, then they can draw a card, and that way they can immediately get any card they want to the top of their deck. And with infinite mana, that can be a Finale or anything, and then, you know, I just die. Mausoleum Secrets, sure. What are you searching for? Ravenous Squirrel. Oh, okay. Makes sense. That is... Oh yeah, that's actually infinite card draw. Well, pretty cool, they got there. So what happens now, I'm just not going to make them play it out, right? Well, maybe. They don't seem to realize that they can kill 1 squirrel with the other squirrel. But... Okay, now... Because they have the win here, right? They have the win because what happens is make infinite treasures, right? And with infinite treasures you can sack an infinite amount of treasures. Oh yeah, they can just point everything at the squirrel, and that also works, right? Yeah, because the squirrels. Anyways, I'm not going to make them play it out. GG opponent, you have infinite. We're playing against Toski, and it's a good hand. Yes, I like it. Gimme, gimme. Good stuff. Maybe we will be able to combo. Maybe we will be able to combo off this game, he says, while drawing the second combo piece. Pretty great. Okay, we have a game plan, guys. Let's go. That was pretty cool and hilarious. We just have to not die until then. I am currently considering if I should... Okay, like I can... if I should just play the Pitiless Plunderer next turn, then hope they don't have a fight spell. Even fight spells, the creatures are not big enough. Oh, wow. Let's see. I think I just want as much green as possible. So, Yawgmoth. So how does this play out? 1, 2, 3, 4, then Yawgmoth. Yeah, this is death and destruction next turn, basically. Because I'm going to float off of this, I'm going to sacrifice it to the tower, gain a treasure, I'm going to play Chatterfang and Yawgmoth, and then it's game over. Okay, Gingerbread attacks. Sure, sure. And I'm going to block one of these. Just stop the bleed. Okay, we're so close to the infinite combo. We just need to have one more creature to sacrifice, right? That was an interesting play. I respect it. That is a baller move, as they say, right? So, do this, boom. Get a squirrel. And can we create a token in any way, shape, or form? I mean, now I have infinite removal, and GG. We are ready to play against Tergrid, God of Fright. And the big question, obviously, is... I'm keeping this because Hour of Promise is nutty against Mono Black. The big question is their deck built around the front or the back side of Tergrid? I personally think the front side is pretty bad, and the back side is less bad. It's nice, arguably. But to each their own, right? Everybody has like preferences there. So they took the Balagat recovery. I think that was a nice take here. Taking our lands is pretty nice because they see the Hour of Promise and they just have to stop us from getting lands. So the annoying part here was like I should have played arguably the Balagat recovery on turn 1 tapped, so exactly that could not happen. I'm going to just play out the Provisioner here. If I draw land, the upside is pretty big. If they remove it, what you gonna do? Like, if I draw lands for the rest of the game, I win. Like, if I draw all my available lands first, I'm just going to win this, and yeah, like, they can't do anything about it. And if I don't, yeah, it's getting a little tricky. But yeah, just one untapped land this time. Yep, easy. Boom. Create a treasure, and we're going to Hour of Promise for Field of the Dead and a black source. An unconditional black source. Probably just Blooming March, because that also gives us a bunch of green. And Field of the Dead. Sure, nice, nice. So now we create a bunch of treasures again. I meant to go to attacks and then play Inquisition. The damage doesn't matter too much, but the Inquisition annoys me a bit. But now we hold up Baleful Mastery, right? So, also pretty nice. I don't think it will matter though in the grand scheme of things. Bugler Red. I think Extinction Event won't be necessary this game. So, yep, sure. Would have loved to taken that out, but maybe it was a top deck as well. Anyways. I mean, now, by holding the Inquisition, it gets discarded. Duh. But, yeah, I have more treasures. That was the point. Okay, I am going to play Korvold. Sacrifice the Gleaming Barrier, which is pretty nifty. Draw a card, create a treasure. I think I'm just going to attack here first, and yeah. Boom, boom. I am just going to explore as well. Treasure, yes. And I'm currently thinking if I even just crack the treasures now or later. I think cracking some treasures is probably correct here. Because, here's the thing, I think they're going to remove Korvold, so I'd rather, like, use my mana now, because I play at sorcery speed effectively, right? Oh, wow. Should have drawn first, apparently. And... Oracle of Moldaya. Oh, you're pretty nice. Get a treasure token again. Float one black. Float one green. We're going to use Into the North. Grab a land. Not much basics left. No, not many basics left, I'd rather say. Treasure token. Play you for literally free. Nice. Treasure token. And now we're even holding a Veil of Summer. Disgusting. Oh my god. Yeah, that was a turn. A Languish doesn't kill Korvold. A targeted removal spell gets stopped right in the tracks by Veil of Summer. Wow, that was an insane turn. Oh, wow. Okay, what do you have, opponent? Can you deal with this? So let's see. They play Turgid. Frontside. Arguably, backside wouldn't have done anything anyways. Is this lethal? 10. Yeah, this is lethal. I'm just going to end it here. Boom, sacrifice you. Oh no. This is... anything. Literally anything but that. Now that I can just block my Korvold. You know how often I forgot about Turgid? Every single time is my answer. Okay. Let's just get the fling then. Get you... Oh my god, I'm annoyed. Not gonna lie. Honestly... They're still in trouble. But, like, that was unnecessary. Like, I could have sacrificed anything but the Borrow Grazer. Literally anything. Not going to play anything out here, I think. Like, these are... This is threatening enough, and then I can just, like... If they somehow manage to deal with this with Blood in the Snow. Right, that would be the one, but I don't think they'd run Blood in the Snow, otherwise they just would run... what's it called? Snowlands. Oh, that's a pretty good ritual by them. Professor Onyx, sure, doesn't kill me. Well, it doesn't save them. Yeah, sure. Goodbye, Korvold.
It was going to die eventually anyway.
So, yeah. Die, opponent. This time for real. GG. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did, and Korvold Sacrifice is just one of those classic lists, basically. There is nothing too fancy here except for the infinite combo, but you can cut that if you want to, because as you've seen, it's not needed, but the pieces are individually powerful, so that's why I like it. And it's like, it doesn't really cost that much to put into the deck, basically. Other than that, if you're working on a budget, just get all the lands. Like, just get lands, because you're going to use them in all of the decks anyways. You can, like, get some individually powerful cards like Liliana or Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth in particular is nice, because then you also have the commander to make a whole new deck around him, which can be pretty cheap as well. But like, the most important card here is Field of the Dead and the search, two search cards with Scapeshift and Hour of Promise. Like, that's that's what's going to win you most games, right? But overall, nothing too fancy. Fun list for today, and I will hope to see you in the next video.